Hello, my name is Michael Price from Journey. I'm a sales recruiter. I have been for 25 years. And if you said to me, name the number one analytics and consulting partner in the Microsoft ecosystem, this is that company. They've got three roles. I'll go into the company and the roles in more detail. First part of it, they really are a superb business. No debt, stood in history. They really are Microsoft's go-to partner. And if we just consider that for a minute, so the Microsoft ecosystem itself is big, people who sell or companies who sell services around the Microsoft stack. And what happens is you've got subsets and pockets of different pieces of experience. Analytics is currently huge within the Microsoft market because it obviously has to be because it is the fuel for AI, it is the fuel for automation. And this company was set up more than 20 years ago, and that's what I mean by their stunning history, by the way. And actually, whilst they were doing a good job, as the need for analytics has grown, as Microsoft's just general tech stack has grown, they've been in the right place at the right time. And I think there are three top analytics-only Microsoft consulting partners in the UK. And I think if it was like some form of deathmatch fight-off, I really would expect this company to be the one. Very strong in public sector. And I'll go into the roles more, but they're very strong in public sector, immediately referenceable. They have a growing presence in the commercial market. So the roles are all the same, other than the three different verticals. One is public sector focused, one is healthcare focused, one is commercial. That might be retail or finance. It's new business, and I've put a what lead engine, and this partly also explains their growth actually. So what happens here is, you've got Microsoft working with them to develop leads. And the salespeople will get into an account. The salespeople will then grow and keep growing that account because the need for consulting around analytics and data, that's not going away, that's getting bigger, but it's getting bigger in the market and it's getting bigger in each account. So now what they've got are these salespeople who are focused purely on account management of their own accounts. The other accounts are still there, they still need to be sold to, and Microsoft are still creating leads and working with them on leads, and they've got a brilliant presence in the market, and the market itself is growing. And if you looked at the salespeople here, they are absolutely excellent salespeople, but never at any point would you say that they are some absolute animal new business person. They're not, because the supporting infrastructure is good and they're using the supporting infrastructure. Target's going to be 2 to 3 million. Win is typically 100k at the first pass, and then they grow it from there. And the technical support is absolutely excellent. I think really they were set up as a technical business from whom companies bought, and actually only tacked on the sales function more latterly. So what they're looking for is somebody who understands analytics services. So to be clear, that is people who sell services focused on data analytics. If it was Microsoft, then that's great. But of course, there are other analytics platforms out there. So you might work, the Google Analytics Cloud or MicroStrategy or whatever, but it's going to be services around data or analytics. I use those two things interchangeably. Somebody who's got a solid track record. They really do tend to hire people with stable track records, and their sales team is very stable. A new business, not a killer. I think I've probably covered that well enough. From a vertical perspective, somebody who's got experience in line with one of those verticals that I've mentioned. Package is 100k basic, 200k OTE. The opportunity to over earn here is absolutely terrific. They've got people earning an awful lot. And then when you look at everything else, imagine what it would be like to work for a market leading business, a business that really actually is a market leader, because this company actually is a market leader. My contact details are on the screen, also the email address of my colleague Joe. Hopefully I'll speak to you soon. Thank you.